So that's why you're going to see the Lord is going to tell Isaac, in this time period, don't go back into the land of Egypt. Don't do, because Isaac was the son of Abraham. So of course, when things happened, he knew how to handle it because his father taught him how to handle distressful situations. Okay, the same way his father said that you have a beautiful wife. Best thing to do when you're traveling is to say that's your sister.
Just like our fathers, Abraham. Let's go through trials and tribulations now at this time.
All things that Isaac and Abraham and Isaac went through, God was with them through those hard times, and had guided them and leaded them and was responsible for all their success. Even that God inspired and used men to bring about different changes. And to the ones that was able to recognize that and realize that and give the acknowledgement back to God that it was God that made a big difference for his people in America. How they use their education to also keep the Israelites even teaching them lies, especially about history, especially about the Bible, things that pertain to God. You'll never figure certain things out in the miseducation of the Israelites.
I'm in awe of a verse like this, and I would like you to comment on how someone can think why someone should be in awe of this Bible, how true it is.
So when things is going well, in a place that almost nothing goes well, you're supposed to acknowledge God that he is doing these things. Very important to always point out when the Lord did something.
And always remember.
There's 100 years difference. 100 years that went by. Everybody understand that? Everybody got that? Very important. 100 years went by. Everybody got that? Everybody understand that? That's why it's pointing out from the first famine. Everybody got that? 100 years that went by since Abraham was in the land of Gerar, and Isaac going into the land of Gerar. Approximately 100 years. Everybody got it? All right, read on.
And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of the Philistines,
Go ahead.
unto Gerar.
Why is it important to point out 100 years went by? Because once you realize that 100 years went by, you know that this is not the same Abimelech. Everybody understand that? This is not the same. Now, the way the narratives read, you would think it's the same because at one point, which we're going to get to, Abimelech went to Isaac to make a covenant with Isaac, and he went with the captain of his host, which also has the same name. So you would think that the captain of the host that went to Abraham and the king that they had the same names. What is the coincidence that the king and the captain of the host 100 years later would have the same name? So it would allude to this being the same individuals, but it's not. Do everybody understand that? Not only do you look at the time period is the main factor. Not only do you look at the time period, but you also look at the characteristics. The characteristics of the king that was dealing with Abraham, Abimelech. He thought that his nation was a righteous people. When Abraham was talking to him, when he came to make a covenant with Abraham, with the captain of his host, which we're going to read all of this, he said to Abraham that I'd been upright, I dealt with you right. So Abraham said, well, your men came and violently took away my well. Sound familiar? So I guess they wasn't as righteous as he thought they was, right? So what Abimelech said is, well, I know nothing of this. I know nothing about this. Neither do I know the men that did it. But Abraham knew. What did Abraham say? The fear of God is not in this place. He knew he wasn't dealing with righteous people. That's why he told Isaac to operate the way he was operating. So Abimelech thought his people was righteous, but Abraham knew they wasn't righteous. Because if they was righteous, they wouldn't have came and taken away that well violently. it said Abraham checked Abimelech. He checked him. And the second Satan I just seen the devil. You know, I like the devil to know I'm looking at him. But anyway, it's amazing when I come in. Right, Abraham checked Abimelech. Now Satan want to smile now. Ain't that something? Now, Satan with everybody now. Abraham checked Abimelech. That guy is funny. Abraham had checked them because his people. So Abimelech said, I didn't know. But later on, you see, over 100 years later, these people were still evil. Look at how they dealt with Isaac. The minute Isaac got something, got the well, they came and said, that's our well. They're still the same evil people. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? So you see the character of the Abimelech in the story of Isaac, and the character of the Abimelech in the story of Abraham is different. If they was the same, you would have the same personality. Do everybody understand that? The first Abimelech was more honorable than the second Abimelech. The second Abimelech told Isaac to get out the land. The first Abimelech didn't do that to Abraham. Do everybody understand that? A change. If it's the same situation that took place, then where's the change in the attitude coming from? Because you're dealing with two different people. Do everybody understand that? Like I said, the main factor is the fact that this was over 100 years later. For this Abimelech to be the same that was during the time of Isaac, he would have to be over 200 years old. Impossible. Abraham lived to be 175. Isaac lived to be, I think, about 180. Okay, and they were the righteous. Okay, everybody know you get to live as long as the longer you live is because you was righteous. Okay, so if you're wicked as hell, it cuts your time down. Everybody got it? So no way in hell Abimelech lived to be 200, okay? Y'all got it? Okay, where we at?
Genesis chapter 26, verse 2.
Read verse 2 one more time.
And the Lord appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and will bless thee. Okay, sojourn in this land. That land is Gerar. That he told him to go to. That's the land that he told him to go to. Read verse 1 from the top again. I want to make sure I don't lose my place. Read verse 1. And there was a famine in the land, beside the first famine.
Go ahead.
That was in the days of Abraham.
Read on.
And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of the Philistines, unto Gerar.
Unto Gerar. So it's letting you know where he went. So Moses is ahead of you now in the story, where he went. So before he actually went there, the reason why he went there is because God came and told him exactly where to go. Go to the land of Gerar where Abraham was. Do everybody understand that? Read on.
And the Lord appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt.
Go not where?
Go not down into Egypt.
Read on.
Dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of.
Dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Read on.
Sojourn in this land.
Go ahead.
And I will be with thee.
Okay, sojourn in this land is Gerar. That's the land. It's not the land of Canaan, but it's the actual location of Gerar. Read on. Which is in the land of Canaan. Read on.
And I will be with thee, and will bless thee.
Read on.
For unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries.
Go ahead.
And I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father.
Read on.
And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven.
Read on.
And will give unto thy seed all these countries. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed.
Read on.
Because that Abraham obeyed my voice.
Read on.
And kept my charge.
Read on.
My commandments, my statutes, and my laws.
Read on.
And Isaac dwelt in Gerar.
And Isaac what?
Dwelt in Gerar.
So all that lets you know that where he would, everything that the Lord was talking about, the area was Gerar. That's where Isaac went. That's what it's telling you in the beginning of verse 2. He went to Gerar, and after the Lord said everything that the Lord said to him, he dwelt in Gerar. Do everybody understand that? Give me the beginning of verse 2 again.
And the Lord appeared unto him and said, Go not down into Egypt.
No, give me the end of verse 1. Read verse 1 again.
And there was a famine in the land.
Read on.
Beside the first famine that was in the days of Abraham.
Read on.
And Isaac went unto Abimelech.
Yeah, Isaac went where?
Unto Abimelech.
Read on.
King of the Philistines.
King of the Philistines. Read on.
Unto Gerar.
Okay, now another thing that lets you know about the Abimelech is the name. The name Abimelech. There's a difference in the Hebrew writing. In the interpretation of it. Do everybody understand that? Abimelech in the story of Isaac is read Bun Malak, which is the son of the king. Okay. Then he changed his name to Abba Malak, or Abba Hamalak, which is my father's the king. So in the Hebrew, it clearly indicates that this Abimelech in the story of Isaac is the son of the king. Not Abimelech, my father is the king. Do everybody understand that? Which is Bun Malak. Do everybody got that, right? So read that one more time.
And the Lord appeared unto him.
And Isaac went unto Abimelech.
Verse 1. And there was a famine in the land beside the first famine that was in the days of Abraham.
You can never leave Christ out of the equation. All that he has done.
That nation of Israel